It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than for a rich person to go to the new earth. There are two groups of people Yeshua had disdain for: the rich and the clergy. They were the corrupt of that society. Once in a while, he criticized the leaders, but the rich, and therefore the elite and the clergy. I do not even remember him forgiving those two groups of people. He was mad. This person who preached forgiveness went against this elite, these billionaires in the temple showing their wealth opulently. He criticized them. A rich person came to him, a ruler came to him. He said, "How do I enter?" He asked the Yeshua. Yeshua said, donate all your belongings to the poor. Because why? Riches weigh you down. That material, it weighs you down. We took all that material for granted. We had food, water, clothing, shelter, vegetating fruits, waterways, people. We had mineral, gold, platinum, diamond. When it was celebration time, we came out with the bling. Look at what is happening. Look at Agotimbe Kete Festival. Look at Akwasidai. Look at what happened when a queen mother passed, where the rich display of our culture, our wealth, companionship was on the full display. And so it is difficult. It's why we took it for granted that if you're rich, you are a provider. Rich uncles and aunties have looked after. Matter of fact, if you look at the history of us, black entrepreneurs, when we got rich, people got rich all around. Then, of course, Satan came. Capitalism came. The white man came with the winner, greedy, selfish, takes all attitude. And so look at it. Look at Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey had some of her property down. They got burned in one of the California fires. We know how those fires get started. And the cameras followed her as she was lamenting and talking, and suddenly she became presidential material. Great Yeshua, Oprah Winfrey, presidential material, because her material wealth, those riches that will prevent you from going into the new earth, were affected. I do remember also in today's sermon that Yeshua acknowledged who had control of this world. He was tempted. Man shall not live by what? Butter and bread alone? He did not. He was given, he was shown, look at all this world, I'll give it to you. No black African. I did the poll myself on TikTok. I asked, if God were to say, you black man, you become Elon Musk, as long as you are no more black. Some wanted to know if they'll retain their blackness and still become, no, you become the Elon Musk. It means you are white and everything, you are no more black. Will you take that? God is answering your prayers. You a poor white man or a poor man who has been conditioned to think that you need more and more and more, whereas you black man, have you seen a black man? It's why we do not believe that Latvia story, that a black man, Nana Asher will jump to. Have you seen a black man dance? Have you seen a black man, a Nigerian, do the footwork? South Africans do the. Have you seen Ghana people do the palo? Have you seen black women? We don't go unaliving ourselves. We are rich in companionship. We take other worlds for granted. The white man came and deceived us. Or was it Satan driving the white man? Moloch, or whatever that they have succumbed to. So, in today's sermon, let's look at it. Even when a poor person becomes rich, that's when not all poor people have that. Look at the story of Oprah Winfrey. Oh, look at the story of this black man, Smith. He was from the elite, the class that Vuzemzi Marke advised Maya Angelou about that. Yo, do not trust the rich black people. Do not trust the elite black people. They will disappoint you. They think they have a lot to lose. So, rich black people, look at Oprah Winfrey, also came from poor beginnings and now a billionaire, was celebrating the billionaire. What do you do with all that property? It's in your mind all the time. And they've hired poor people to be watchmen, watchwomen, security, increase the police service. They call the police and the military their dogs and cats. That's what the elites. So you have Oprah Winfrey also. Look at J.R. Smith. Look at this billionaire. When we become rich, everybody is rich. The Ubuntu way of life, the Afa way of life, the Ifa way of life, the Voodoo way of life is the village way of life. I am because of the village. So the village made you, the village is in you, the village is in me. I am a part of the village. I can become a millionaire, billionaire, a king, the chief servant, the chief elder, but my wealth belongs to the village. I'm not tied to that wealth. And so to ascend to the new earth, you need not be tied to wealth. You can't have us behaving like them, where an entrepreneur, a black entrepreneur who approach a black billionaire, the black billionaire asks the entrepreneur to perform a service on him, a nasty service on him. Like that ritual that Harvey Weinstein and co perform on some black people and tie to them. When they come to recruit you, when Satan sends their agents to come and tempt you. Job was tempted, isn't it? And Job survived. Everybody has that Job in them. Everybody has that billionaire factor in them also. As the Native American said, you have two wolves in you, the dark and the light. The one you feed the most is the one that comes out. It's not that poor white man suffering from PTSD. It's not that poor white woman on the street, that homeless woman that is a threat to humanity. No, it is that rich elite. So that poor white man on the street suffering from PTSD, taking medications, has a better chance of going to heaven than you, Duncan Williams, than you, Ejin Ansari, than you, T.D. Jakes, than you, Joel Austin. Austin, you close down your temple because you said there were no volunteers. Every church, look at that. A congregation is an army of volunteers. And the leaders, the church leaders, the treasurer, the pastors, the lead pastor, the reverend, all of them, they are ready emergency people every time, anytime. But you close your church doors and look at all church doors closed. Like St. John's, the church that said goodbye to my friend Felix Akab. Why? Why is a pope living in opulence like a prince, a man who says he's the vicar of Christ. You represent Yeshua who walk on the streets, and you live in opulence, and you cannot instruct your churches to open their doors so people can go and speak to my father. When that poor white man says, I want to go and speak to my father, the church door is closed. Is the omnipotent, the omnipresence not there? Even after all the cameras, the real ID card, that even the slave readers are saying the real ID card is not enough. So why do we even have a real ID card? After all these cameras, you cannot pass any place without you being identified by a camera that, oh, this is Gifa passing by. All these watchmen, all this security, you still close the church door saying that because of security vandalism. What vandalism? The elite, the rich, the clergy. And so you, Duncan Williams, what? You have gone to win. You took the bait. You drank the Kool-Aid, you got everything. You prayed for the racists now invading Venezuela right before our eyes, as we see Israel doing what the white man did to us. We are seeing it live right now. It is playing right before our, and we know who you have been bought. You cannot condemn Israel. You, descendants of the ancient Israelites. You, Pastor Otabel. Look at you. You went and indulged in usury. You made yourself famous by that thing about that preaching about Cushites, black people in the Bible, yes. The whole Bible was about us black people, different hues and shades. Have you seen a Kosa? Have you seen an Igbo? Have you seen a Bear? Have you seen, we birthed the whole world. Whatever came after that is greedy and selfish, we try to civilize. They are part of us, but there is a part that is. And so you, Duncan Williams, you, Otabel, indulge in usury, an abomination. You don't charge interest. And now see, the code has been cracked. It took me 2 classes to crack the code. How can you be having interest rates going up all the time? As your people are buying property, as the Jewish cabals are buying property, they say they have to keep the interest rate going up all the time. No. As I said, we had equilibrium always in our market. Sometimes somebody will come and say, listen, don't go me. I want to sell all this for 10% of the prices. Because they've gotten what they want already. So they're not going to be greedy and selfish. Somebody will come and say, okay, I'm going to buy everything. There was always market equilibrium in our way of life. So this thing about this scarcity, where the economic curves model, the scarcity model based on scarcity, the demand curve based on scarcity is wrong. It's only partially correct. We are not Europeans. We are Africans. We come from wealth. So what is it about scarcity? So the whole model is wrong. As President Mahama said, we need a reset. We come from wealth. Our ministry should be renamed the Ministries of Wealth and Wealth Distribution, or Economic and Wealth Distribution. Because we have it, everything. We do not need anyone. We can say all white people should go and say, bring all the black people to us. And the black people in the diaspora who are indigenous, who choose to remain, can remain in the Americas. But we are siblings, no matter what. It's the same people. But we can say every white person should leave, and then let all the black people come and see what happens. Have no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can. No, have no fear. It will not stop the time. It will not stop what is coming. There will not be an atomic energy blast, no. Everybody is in place. And so it will be easier for that poor white woman crying on the street because she needs a fix. Because she's suffering. She cannot understand why there are 15 million empty homes and there are homeless people. She cannot understand why Bill Gates will take his money and say he's going to help people like me in Africa by giving us vaccines. Meanwhile, he could solve the homelessness problem. Bill Gates has not even bought what the atmospheric water generation plant from Moses West. And so this white woman wants to understand why. And she's forced to live in this world. That poor white woman on the streets is harmless compared to you, Ejin Asare, you, TD Jakes, you, Joel Austin, and that Busu Jimakpla Apasato Oyoba Obinim. The guy who put his foot on a woman's belly, just like that. It is easier for a camel to go through the eyes of a needle, than you rich people. And so we in Black Africa is Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, Colonel Omar Tishani of Niger, Colonel Guetta Assimi of Mali, President Mahama stepping into his role as that de facto black leader. Israel is the enemy. The elite, the rich are the enemy. Going to invade Venezuela, asking to bomb black people on behalf of a religion that wasn't even set up by our ancestor Yeshua. Does it make sense to you? You go and ask the white man to come and bomb black people because of a religion brought by the people, these white people, Muslims who brought the Quran to enslave us and made people Muslims. And now we have Sharia law in places like Kaduna, northern Nigeria, where almost all the Hausa population has been converted to Islam. And of course, we have the Christians who are supposed to practice love thy neighbor as thyself, love God with all thy heart, thy mind, thy soul. The Christians who do not practice that, who worship the people calling themselves Jews, who were actually converts, who took our way of life, who are copying it. People who have managed to copy us so much that they even managed to get reparations for themselves for a genocide that happened compared to the genocide that's still happening right now. Does it make sense to you? This is why Yeshua had disdain for you, the clergy. If it's not because of you, Duncan Williams, Ejin Asare, Kranchi, Ankara, Otabil, Busu, Jimakpla, Obinim, and co., the youth would have sacked that Israeli ambassador out. The whole of Black Africa would have been mobilizing right now if it's not because of you, paid not to talk about Israel. Your son went to do threesome, sex perversion. Who runs the pornographic sites? Who founded pornography? Who made pornography famous? It's not Jews. How did Hitler turn the economy around? According to Jews themselves, according to these Jewish rabbis, Hitler turned the economy around by banning usury and banning sexual perversions. Black Africans, we didn't go after gay people. They were just a small part of we saw them, we respected, you do the fine. But we're less than 5%. We know them. We know once in a while a boy will be born and the boy is doing all that. And okay, that's how that boy is. And this girl, okay, fine. But we didn't touch until the white man came and so he's trying to impose on us a law. Yes, President Mahama, don't sign that law. We are not savages. Yes, we are not. But sodomy should be a crime. Sodomy is when you force someone to do like what they did in Israel. When men went and put their penis into Palestinian anuses and fuck them, had sex with them, with the boys. Now, they are raping. If you are a pedophile right now and you are light skinned, you are white, you can just say you are a Jew. They don't test you. You have a home there. And you, Duncan Williams, will not preach against them. You, Ejinasero, you all the Catholic, you are not supposed to have branches in places where you have white people. Let me tell you about church. If there is the harlot, you are supposed to lead the people spiritually in the area. That is all. But today, it's about those two demographics that Yeshua preached against, the clergy and the billionaires, the elite class. It is easier for a camel to enter the eye of a needle, pass through the eye of a needle, than for a rich person like Oprah to enter the new earth. We rise as I change the world. I Vuduvu Yifa.